Tubers, welcome back. We got a little bit of a different episode for you today. We got a friend of mine, Bill. He's brought by a guitar that he picked up. This is the one I told you in another video that we were going to do an upgrade on. This is Fender Starcaster. It's basically a Strat is what it is, with different electronics. The pickups and so on and so forth that aren't what you're going to find in a Strat. And Billy's wanting a little thicker tone. So, Bill, you want to set this thing up while we're at it? Looks like we might be able to lower the action and so on and so forth.
Absolutely.
Alright. What he picked up is a Seymour Duncan Little Screaming Demon. This is designed by George Lynch. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Dokken. That's kind of old school, but anyway, he designed this pickup in conjunction with Seymour Duncan. What it is a humbucker. All these pickups are single coil pickups. This is a humbucker, which does the same thing. It's I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they were invented as a noise canceling option or upgrade, because single coils are a little noisy. They have just a natural noise to them. They call these humbuckers. It's like having two single coils in one, and they give it a lot more punch. And a lot of times, when you put one in place of a single coil, it's going to raise the volume, even if you're switching between these. So this is going to add a lot to the guitar, a whole lot. What we're going to do, Billy brought by his practice amp, and we're going to play through the amp using the single coil, and then we're going to do an after. You know what it's going to sound like with the upgrade in it. So I'm going to get everything ready here, and then we're going to pick around on a little bit with the single coil, and then after we get it fixed, we'll tape another shot of the humbucker in action. So hang tight. Alright guys, we're going to take a sound sample now with the single coil. One thing we figured out when we were looking over Billy's guitar is the intonation's out really bad. And the way you set that intonation, you can tune your guitar up perfectly, but you can strum it. It still sounds out. But if we were to take this and get into the tuner in this amp, it would show that it was tuned perfectly, but it still sounds bad. And when your intonation is right, and you know, as it should be anyway, you can like hit the E string, tune it, make sure it's in tune, then go to the 12th fret, and you should have the same pitch. This isn't. The intonation's out really bad. So we're going to set that. I'm going to do a sound sample real quick, and that's just the A. And when we put the pickup in, we'll do it again, and you're going to notice a big difference in this amp. Alright, we'll try it. We'll get it all fixed up, get the intonation set. I'll catch you. I'll fire the camera up again in a minute, and we'll get a segment after we get it all taken apart. So I'll catch you guys in a minute. Billy's going to be taking the strings off, while I want to remove the screws in the pick guard, and that way we can get to the electronics. This is going to be a really good upgrade. Billy, what did you pay for this pickup? So you got it on eBay?
55 bucks.
55. I paid for mine, I think I was around $100. We got all the strings loose, and I'm removing the bridge pickup. Pretty easy, just 2 screws. After I get this pickup out of here, we'll go ahead and cut it loose, leaving enough lead on it if Billy ever decided to do anything with this pickup. If he ever wanted to use it again, he'd have enough lead for it. And we'll get it out, and then we'll start putting the other one in. Alright, I'm going to cut it right about here. I need enough lead to get back in here with the new electronics, and he can still use this if he chooses to. I'm going to get all the old parts to the side. Okay, the way this works, with this pickup, you can do something what they call coil tapping. If you still wanted to have a single coil sound out of this pickup, you could tap into this and it would use just one side of it. We want a humbucker, so we leave the red and white together. These go to your ground, the green and the bare, and this is the one that goes to your switch when you select this pickup. So we're going to get the soldering gun good and hot, and we're going to get this repair underway. Alright guys, we're getting the hot side soldered up. Good deal. Alright, now we'll tape our connections up. I wanted to use heat shrink on this, but when you only have that much lead on your wires, just being that close to the heat will shrink it back here before you can, I like to, when I have enough length in my wire, I like to pull the heat shrink back, make my connection, pull the heat shrink over it, and then shrink it up, but I don't have enough lead. I could have cut this out some more, but I don't like to cut a lot out of this, because if you want to put it in another guitar someday, you're just going to keep chopping lengths out of this. So I'm just going to go with electrical tape on this. We got a good soldered connection. He won't have any trouble. Alright guys, Billy, he's gone ahead and started putting the strings back on, and we got the pickup in, and about, I don't know, I'd say about another 15 minutes we'll be able to try it out. It ought to be a whole lot better sound, and this guitar it's after I looked at it, I saw it was made in China. That's I guess that's where Fender has the whole Starcaster name instead of Stratocaster, because it's built and laid out just like a Strat normally is. I guess that's why they called it the Starcaster. Anyway, Fender, I guess they get a little particular about the name Strat or whatever, and what they're going to put it on. But this guitar is capable of playing really, really well. Really well. It needs, like I said, we're gonna adjust the intonation, get it set perfect. We're probably gonna adjust the action a little bit. It can come down. Some people like a little higher action sometimes, others like low action. I prefer low action myself, but depends on the kind of music you play too. At any rate, we got a little work to do, and we'll be back with you. Alright tubers, we got everything put together here. What we're doing right now is setting the intonation. I mentioned that before, that when you hit the E string and it's in tune, if you go to the 12th fret, press the fret and hit it, it should read on your tuner, which my tuner's built into this amp. You should read E straight up. This was out a whole lot. It was showing with the open. I got it tuned to E. Okay, when I closed, pressed the fret on the 12th fret, it was showing way high in tune. So what I had to do was, there's screws for each one of these saddles. I had to tighten it up. And it sounds like you're going backwards if it's high and you're tightening it up. It sounds like you're doing the opposite of what you want to do. But that's what makes it in tune. Just draw it up tight. So what we're going to do, we're going to carry on with the next 5 strings, get the intonation set, tune it up, and then we're going to listen to see what it sounds like. Perfect. Okay. Alright guys, we got Billy's guitar put back together. Sounds a whole lot better. I'm going to sample it for you here. And just remember, I say this all the time in my videos, things just aren't as hard as you think they are. So like putting in I remember when I first started playing guitar, I would never have attempted to put a pickup in a guitar. It just seemed like it was just one of those things that was mysterious and it's going to be hard to do, but it's not. So we've got it set up. Here's the sample, and I'll catch you guys later.